This podcast is part of the Famous Original Podcast Network family. You can find us by going to www.fopnet.biz.
All over. Contains strong language, strong opinions, and strong beer. It is not meant for children or for those who think they are children. You know who you are.
Trust me, I'm like a smart person.
Welcome to episode 91 of Dumb All Over, recording from the state that makes you often say, man, I wish I were dead, Pennsylvania, and the not-so-secret lair of New York. This is a progressive podcast with brash opinions on politics, religion, and pop culture. And we're always under the influence of craft beer. Sometimes. On today's episode, we will talk about Trump's horseface comments, the missing journalist, GOP swastika ad, Kanye West, and DeVos failing like she always does. We then have Kevin from the Nerdy Things podcast on to talk about pop culture, because that's what he does. And then we dive back into an old and now new and revitalized segment, one that I am very happy and excited about. As always, I am Tom, and I am joined by Austin.
I don't even get a qualifier anymore. All right, fine. I see how it is.
Today you're just Austin. You're
All
just
right.
Austin.
Just me. All right.
Hi, Austin.
What's up, Tom?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm ready to go.
Yeah?
Yeah, it seems like it's been it hasn't
One
been
week
as
since you
catastrophic a
looked at
news
me.
week.
Oh, no. Yeah. No.
But
Yeah. Oddly enough, it hasn't. I mean, enough bad things happened where, you know, it's bad. However,
well, I mean, it had to recover from not recover, I shouldn't say, but it had to I don't
Slow
see how
down.
it could top
Yeah.
Brett Kavanaugh being on the Supreme Court and
Nope.
the Earth having only like 2 decades left to
yeah.
exist.
Yeah, no. Last week was a grim episode.
Yeah.
Re-listening to the topics that we chose to talk about last week was like, ouch.
Yeah.
But today I do promise, other than for one story, we actually have a couple pretty funny or more humorous stories. So looking forward to getting to that. Before we go on, Austin, what are you drinking?
Well, I've reached into the back of the refrigerator and found this Freaktoberfest, the big old pumpkin ale from Coney Island.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a limited release. It's an ale brewed with pumpkin and spices. And get this, with espresso added.
whoa!
Yeah.
Pumpkin coffee beer?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I know, it's my favorite everything.
just turned me on a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Oh,
It's
man.
6.2%, and I'm ready to drink it, so come on,
Very
let's
good.
go, Tom.
Okay, yeah. I'm actually not drinking today.
Ooh.
Hey, listen, health reasons, you know. So somebody's got to watch out for me, and I don't live with anybody other than my dog, who does not talk to me that often. So I decided to.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
That often?
yeah. Mhm.
All right.
Yeah. That's what I said.
What did he say to you? Did he say the crux of the biscuit's the apostrophe?
God, shut up, Rocky. I'm trying to do a podcast. Wait, what?
Nothing,
Yeah,
just keep
so
going.
I'm just drinking water.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's gonna be a sober Tom day today. Yep. I did have an energy drink though. So my heart is actually kind of beating out of my chest, and I feel really, really hyper, which is really good because I'm really bad at reading already, and I'm just gonna like fucking jump on myself. But hey, that sounds kinky. Okay, I don't have glasses today, so you're gonna have to do the cheers.
Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought you meant like glasses you wear. It's like,
No, I got those. I got those.
All right. Ready? Here's a cheers.
I'm ready. Oh yeah. Drink. Wow, this water is to die for, bro.
Literally, because if you don't have water, you die.
Yeah, it's pretty good. How's your Freaktober fest?
It is amazing. I have to say, though, even with them adding espresso, which was a nice try, Coney Island, to get me to love your beer more than any other pumpkin beer, still not as good as Weyerbacher's.
Not as good. No.
But it's very good. I would have this all the time.
What's the ABV?
6.2.
Okay, so it's moderately ABV.
Yeah, it's actually, that's the one nice thing is that you could have a couple and not,
True. That is true.
not
That
be
is
all
true.
Weyerbachered out.
That is true. Yeah, Weyerbacher does fuck you up pretty quick.
Yeah, well, they're like, oh, we brewed a sessionable beer. Oh, yeah, you did? What is it? It's only 7.3%. It's like, oh, yeah, okay. All right, Weyerbacher, I get it. And what are your heavy beers? Well, we have one that's almost 14 now. It's like, whatever, Weyerbacher.
Yeah. They're actually borderline like whiskey at that point.
No, yeah. Well, they're more than wine.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. All right, let's not waste another moment. Let's go into this week's Trump Report.
Ugh.
Have I done a good job? Have I done a good job?
Not at all. Probably the least of anybody you've ever met.
There's nobody that understands the horror better than me.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Yeah. It's not a full Trump report. There's a couple stories about Trump, and
Yeah, I was going to say, there's actually not a whole lot of Trump.
no. But, however, our
Which
first
is
story.
also what Stormy Daniels said.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Stormy Daniels, we have a pretty interesting story that we're going to talk about here right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is from the HuffPo. Hey HuffPo, how you doing? Donald Trump calls Stormy Daniels horseface in latest attack on a woman's appearance.
Well, I have to say, of all of his insults, that was the laziest, I think.
It is, but it might be one of the more hurtful ones. I mean,
it's rude. Yeah.
It's really rude, Austin. It's really
And
rude.
especially coming from a guy who has his face. Which is,
Yeah, exactly. Now,
a cross between a nectarine and a frog.
yeah. Oh, wow. That's interesting. That's interesting, and you're very accurate.
Yeah. Interesting. Surprisingly accurate.
Yeah. I saw this meme going around. Like they took a picture of Trump's face, and then right next to it, they had a horse's ass, and there were several of them that actually looked like a horse's ass. His face. It's crazy. Yeah.
That's why I have to stay so far away from Jebediah Horsefucker.
Second straight episode, I feel like a character might be coming. That's concerning. He's going to give Jimbo McIncest a run for his money.
Yeah, because they're both about as moral as each other, but from two completely different socioeconomic circles.
Okay, we're making a fucking lore for them now. That's great. President Donald Trump calls Stormy Daniels horseface on Tuesday. The president made this offensive remark in a tweet celebrating a federal judge's decision to dismiss a defamation lawsuit against him brought by Daniels, a porn star who allegedly had an affair with Trump in 2006. This is the exact tweet from today. Are you ready for this?
I guess so.
Quote, federal judge throws out Stormy Daniels lawsuit versus Trump. Trump is entitled to full legal fees. End quote. At Fox News, great. Now I can go after Horseface and her third-rate lawyer in the great state of Texas. She will confirm the letter she signed. She knows nothing about me. A total con. Couple things. One, he capitalized great in the middle of a sentence and
that seems like the least problematic part of that.
I know, but I still wanted to make a point of it.
Okay.
And then the most important part, at least he capitalized horseface, made it a proper noun.
Yep.
See?
My friend from college, Horseface.
And his great friend, Squeeze.
Yeah. Who are both in a rivalry with Jebediah Horsefucker. The third.
Daniels fired back at Trump minutes later, saying he had again demonstrated his incompetence, hatred of women, and lack of self-control.
Yeah.
This is funny. This is actually funny. Game on, Tiny, she tweeted.
I wonder what she was talking about.
Well, the HuffPo doesn't hide that. She tweeted a possible reference to the size of Trump's penis, which she compared to.
I'm not going to say possible.
Yeah.
Let's just say confirmed reference.
Yeah. Here's the full tweet. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present your president? In addition to his shortcomings, he has demonstrated his incompetence, hatred of women, lack of self-control on Twitter again, and perhaps a penchant for bestiality. Game on, Tiny. Because if
I have to give him credit, shortcomings was a very clever choice.
And the bestiality part too, because of the fact like they fucked, and she's a horse face. So he fucked a horse face, so he fucked a horse. He likes horses. Michael Avenatti, the lawyer, the third-rate lawyer mentioned in Trump's tweet, also had a response. Quote, "You are a disgusting misogynist and an embarrassment to the United States. Bring everything you have, because we are going to demonstrate to the world what a complete shyster and liar you are. How many other women did you cheat on your wife with while you had a baby at home?" End quote.
Oh, my God. This is unbelievable. This is the talking about the president.
Yeah. He also, I guess he added another tweet, at Real Donald Trump, "Tens of millions of Americans are tired of your fraud, lies, and corruption. They're equally tired of your attacks on women, especially the ones who you've had sex with while cheating on your wives. We and the UN are laughing at you, not with you."
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a reality television show, and the crazy part,
he's turned the whole thing into and something that's like even sleazier than The Apprentice, which is hard to believe.
It's very hard to believe.
Yeah.
It's
the
like
real dipshits of Washington D.C. or whatever.
But think about it, like if this was a TV show with everything that's happening with just this case, by the way, I'm not talking about everything else, it would be a highly rated television show. Here's some of the people that Trump has insulted. Carly Fiorina. Remember Fiorina? Remember her? She ran for president, didn't she? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this is Trump. Look at that face. Would anyone vote for that? Jessica Leeds. She would not be my first choice, that I can tell you. Mika Brzezinski. Bleeding badly from a facelift. And then Alicia Machado, Miss Piggy. Those are just some of the attacks on women, and then including Stormy Daniels' horseface.
Yeah, he definitely has a way about him.
Yeah, which, I mean, it just nothing surprises me anymore, so that's a terrible way to phrase this. But the fact that women are still going to vote for him after all of this,
I know.
It is shocking in a way. I just don't get it.
The thing is, though, it's only white women.
Yeah, of course it is, and even that, not all white women vote for Trump, but
no, but it was like the majority, which is insane.
So let me ask you one more thing before we move on. Do you think that this and everything else attached to this gets women to vote against Trump this time around, or does he still win the white women?
I don't know if he will actually. Not see, it's hard to tell. With his election in 2020, but I think in the midterms... I'm sorry,
with his what? I spaced out for a second. I thought you just said without his erection.
No, I didn't. Trust me, we don't ever have to talk about that. I don't think they happen. I think they're a myth at this point.
Probably.
No, but with his election in 2020, I have no idea how people are going to vote. But I think in the midterms, I think he is going to lose white women.
I hope so. I mean, if he doesn't, I don't know what is gonna have white women vote against him. I just don't know.
Oh yeah, like at what point? Yeah, it does feel like at what point are they gonna be like enough is enough? Or
I mean, you would have imagined
really like what he's doing. Like, how could they possibly like what he's doing? I don't know.
You would imagine that tape that came out with him on the bus would have done that. You would have imagined that all these insults would have done that.
Well, that's the thing. You could say that like every moment. It's like you would think that this would do it, but it didn't. And then you would think that this would, but it didn't.
Right.
It's like, how is this possible?
Oh, man. All right, well, let's move away from Trump and horseface comment because that's all that is. And we actually have our one bit of serious news that we have to kind of cover. Last week, I think a little over a week ago now, a missing journalist went missing. Jamal Khashoggi, I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Well, the body of Jamal Khashoggi was cut into pieces after he was killed 2 weeks ago at a Saudi consulate in Istanbul. A Turkish official told CNN today. The claim, which was first made to the New York Times earlier in the investigation into Khashoggi's fate, comes after